Hey folks, Eva at Jolly Harbor Soap Market here. I made some adjustments on my Brambleberry soap cutter. I've been using it for a few months now, and up until now when I was doing larger batches, I was doing 6-pound batches, which I cut into 2 tall skinny loaves, so they were approximately 5¼ inch wide loaf before I split it into 2 smaller loaves. And it's worked fine up until then. Part of this cutter, it's designed, it has all these different little slots along the side, which makes it very versatile as far as thicknesses. You can make thin layers. It's good for a lot of different swirls to cut it properly. And up until then, for my 2 tall skinny loaves, I would get it started. Then all I had to do was lift the handle for clearance, and it's worked fine for under 6-inch loaves, to cut them into 2 loaves. But now I'm doubling my batch size again, so that eliminates being able to use the other handle. So I modified this, and what I did is I already had guitar tuners pieces because I planned on making a wire soap cutter or making just the slab cutter by itself. But I thought, why not? This is already basically the right size and shape, so why not just modify it? So I drilled a 3/8 inch hole. I used a 3/8 inch drill bit and drilled through, put my guitar tuner in there, installed it. It fit perfectly. And then I did put a couple little eye hooks there, but I'm not using them right now. But I'm not using the one on this side. On the other side, this is where I did attach the other end of the guitar string. My husband happens to play guitar, so I just would save his smooth strings, and I disinfected it. They're not rusty or anything, so it works perfect for this. So you can see I've strung it. I have it set in, it's really hard to show you, set in one of the slots there. And I chose, you can't be switching it back and forth. So what I did, if I have different thicknesses, all I have to do is loosen it. I can switch it to another slot. And I put it on the slot closest to the 2.5 inch thickness that I'm going to want for my loaf. But it was actually 2 5/8. So I just put packing tape on a piece of cardboard, and that'll make up the difference. So when it cuts, it should be exactly 2.5 inches. And I'm just putting a piece of paper on there. So this is literally my first time using it. I tightened my string to where it's hard to see. There's a little bit of flex. I don't know if you can see it. It's not like you can't bend it, but it is taut. You don't want a wire to be too tight, or you can actually make it more easy to break. I have my foot slid onto one end of my table, and I'm going to go ahead and try it out, folks. I did double check that it is 2.5 inches, which it is. And so I'm going to set my loaf on here. There's my batch. Make sure I'm setting it the right direction. Be tragic, cut it across the wrong way. Have it slid here, and here we go. I am wearing my glasses just in case, in the possible event that a wire could break. Alright, I'm not used to doing this. There we go. One down. I do happen to have another piece of paper. I didn't plan on that happening, and I figured the cardboard would slide too, but there you go. So I'll get this one out of the way. So I had decorated the top a little bit, hoping I got it at the right place. There's the inside. goes the second one. Get that out of the way. There's my second one. Smells really good. This is lavender, Pure Lavender Essential Oil for my Pure Lavender Soaps. Okay. So this should be the last one I need. That worked good. I'm excited. Cool deal. So I'll turn that so you can see the soap loaves I just cut. There they are. Now I'm going to get them loaded up so I can cut them into bars. Alright folks, I'm back. I didn't realize I didn't have my camera turned on. I just cut the first loaf, and so I'm going to put it out on my tray here. It is an aluminum tray, but I put a liner on there so it's not going to have direct contact with the aluminum. And so all I did is I poured the main batter in, and then I alternated with my purple and my white. And that's how this swirl turned out. So I'm just getting them on there. I'll worry about splitting them up more here in just a bit. Just like to wipe my wires off just a tiny bit in between batches, or in between loaves, and eliminate the risk of unnecessary drag. Right, so here's the second one. It took me several years to go ahead and splurge on getting this type of soap cutter. It's not necessary. You can cut one bar at a time just fine. It's no problem, nothing wrong with it. I was working, oh I still work, but working and then trying to do all this at the same time as I'm wanting to grow my soap business. It just was a lot, and I just made the choice to, when I saw the right deal, I had it on my if I see the right deal list, if that makes sense. And I went ahead and invested in it when I had the opportunity. The only drawback of this type of cutter is, you know, you don't have the freedom of adjusting the width of your bar easily. So if you have something with lots of decorations on top that you might need to be careful while cutting, you know, it's just a little trickier with this type of cutter. And the single cutters probably would be better for that. This happens to be 1 inch size. I have some molds that are a little different dimensions, and some of those I prefer to cut a little wider. They're normally small batches. Let me put this over here for now. Using my room up. Don't worry, I'm not going to leave them like this. I'm going to split them up. But for time's sake right now, doing that. Then I'm going to divvy them out onto another tray as well, so I can have space for proper drying. I do have Willow style drying trays, which I really like. However, I did not like not being able to reach soaps in between time. You have to like take one tray off the other to reach what's inside the bottom one. So I purchased a regular rack on wheel, like a muscle rack, and an extra set actually, so I could put more shelves on one. And that's what I've been having them sit on. That way I can pull one out easily and grab soap off anytime I want. But I'm in the process of converting some of my soap storage to sheet pan racks. So that's why I have the metal sheet pan. But I also have on the way some of the plastic food trays, which are the same dimension, so that I can use them on the bun rack. And I don't have to worry about lining the aluminum to keep contact away. So I'll have to let you know what I think of how strong they are, because I don't know. I like the stainless, or not, they aren't stainless. I wish I could afford the stainless steel sheet racks, but I can't. Or sheet pans. So these are aluminum. But I like the strength of them, so that's why I've been using them. So, get this out of the way. Bring the tray over. And this stuff that I have lining it, it's just a roll of liners that I got at Walmart. Has little ribs on it. So I'm not going to worry about cleaning these up. They're a little soft still. Not too soft, but a little bit soft. There we go. So that's how I'm doing it. Thought I'd just show you a little bit of the process. If you have any thoughts or questions, feel free to comment below. If you enjoy this type of video, give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you have suggestions of other things you'd like to see. Let me know about that too. And I'll do my best to get back to you and help you out with those things as quick as I can. Alright, y'all have a good day. Bye.